Hello, and welcome to My Sabir Kid. Hello, and welcome to My Sabir Kids Story YouTube channel. My name is The Puppy and the Kitten. Once upon a time, there was a puppy named Spot who lived in a farm with his family. He loved to run around and play with the other animals, but he felt lonely sometimes. He wished he had a friend who could understand him and share his adventures. One day, he saw a new animal on the farm. It was a kitten named Fluffy who had been adopted by the farmer's daughter. She was small and furry, with big blue eyes and a pink nose. She looked very cute and curious, but also scared and shy. Spot decided to introduce himself and make friends with her. He ran up to her and wagged his tail, hoping she would like him. But Fluffy was startled by his sudden approach and hissed at him. She arched her back and puffed up her fur, trying to look bigger and scarier. Spot was confused and hurt by her reaction. He didn't mean to scare her, he just wanted to say hello. He backed away and whimpered, feeling rejected and sad. Fluffy felt bad for hurting his feelings, but she was also afraid of him. He was much bigger and louder than her, and he moved so fast and unpredictably. She didn't know how to deal with him, so she ran away and hid under a haystack. The next day, Spot tried again to befriend Fluffy. He brought her a bone he had found in the barn, thinking she might like it as a gift. He placed it near her hiding spot and barked softly, inviting her to come out and play, but Fluffy was not interested in the bone. She thought it was gross and smelly, and she didn't understand why he would give it to her. She ignored him and stayed under the haystack, hoping he would leave her alone. Spot felt even more confused and hurt by her indifference. He thought she would appreciate his gesture, but she didn't seem to care at all. He wondered if she hated him or if she was just too shy to talk to him. He decided to give her some space and time, hoping she would warm up to him eventually. The next day, Fluffy decided to explore the farm a little bit. She had been cooped up in the haystack for too long, and she wanted to see what else was there. She crept out of her hiding spot and looked around cautiously, making sure no one was watching. She saw a pond with some ducks swimming in it. She thought they looked fun and friendly, so she approached them slowly. She meowed softly, trying to greet them, but the ducks didn't like her either. They quacked loudly and angrily, flapping their wings and splashing water at her. They told her to go away and leave them alone. Fluffy was shocked and scared by their hostility. She didn't mean to bother them, she just wanted to say hello. She ran away from the pond, feeling rejected and sad. She saw a field with some cows grazing in it. She thought they looked calm and gentle, so she approached them slowly. She purred softly, trying to compliment them, but the cows didn't like her either. They mooed loudly and sternly, shaking their heads and stamping their feet at her. They told her to go away and leave them alone. Fluffy was hurt and frightened by their rudeness. She didn't mean to offend them, she just wanted to be nice. She ran away from the field, feeling rejected and sad. She saw a barn with some horses resting in it. She thought they looked majestic and graceful, so she approached them slowly. She chirped softly, trying to admire them, but the horses didn't like her either. They neighed loudly and fiercely, tossing their manes and kicking their hooves at her. They told her to go away and leave them alone. Fluffy was terrified and wounded by their aggression. She didn't mean to annoy them, she just wanted to respect them. She ran away from the barn, feeling rejected and sad. She realized that no one on the farm liked her or wanted to be friends with her. She felt lonely and miserable, wishing she had someone who could understand her and share her adventures. She decided to go back to her hiding spot under the haystack, where she felt safe and comfortable. But when she got there, she saw something unexpected. Spot was waiting for her with a smile on his face. He had seen how the other animals had treated her badly, and he felt sorry for her. He knew how it felt to be lonely and misunderstood, so he wanted to comfort her and cheer her up. He said, "Hi Fluffy. I'm sorry you had a bad day today. The other animals can be mean sometimes, but they don't know you like I do. You're a very nice and sweet kitten, and I think you're awesome. I brought you something to make you happy. It's a ball of yarn I found in the house. I thought you might like it as a toy. You can play with it and have fun. Do you want to try it?" Fluffy was surprised and touched by his kindness. He had brought her something she liked, and he had said nice things about her. He seemed to care about her and want to make her happy. She said, "Hi Spot. Thank you for being so nice to me. You're a very good and friendly puppy, and I think you're awesome too. I'm sorry I was mean to you before. I was scared of you, but now I see you're not scary at all. You're very gentle and fun. I would love to try your toy. It looks very fun. Do you want to play with me?" Spot was delighted and excited by her acceptance. She had thanked him and apologized to him, and she had said nice things about him too. She seemed to like him and want to play with him. He said, "Yes, of course I want to play with you. You're my friend, and friends play together. Come on, let's have some fun." And so they did. They played with the ball of yarn, rolling it, chasing it, catching it, tossing it, and tugging it. They laughed and squeaked, enjoying each other's company. They played with the bone, gnawing it, hiding it, finding it, burying it, and digging it up. They barked and meowed, having fun together. They played with each other, running around, jumping over, wrestling with, nuzzling against, and licking each other. They wagged and purred, loving each other. They became the best of friends, and they never felt lonely again. They lived happily ever after. The little star who wanted to shine. Once upon a time, there was a little star who lived in the sky with his family. He was very curious and loved to explore the vast space around him. He saw many beautiful things, like planets, comets, and galaxies. But his favorite thing to see was the Earth, the blue and green planet where many living creatures lived. The little star wanted to shine brighter than anyone else, so that he could be seen by the people on Earth. He thought that if he shone brighter, he would make them happy and they would love him. He asked his mother, the brightest star in the sky, how he could shine brighter. "My son, you are already shining very brightly," his mother said. "You don't need to do anything else. Just be yourself and enjoy your life." "But mother, I want to shine brighter than you," the little star said. "I want to be the brightest star in the sky." "Be careful what you wish for, my son," his mother warned. "Shining brighter is not always better. Sometimes it can cause trouble and harm." The little star did not listen to his mother. He wanted to shine brighter no matter what. He decided to go to the sun, the biggest and brightest star in the solar system. He thought that if he got closer to the sun, he would absorb some of its light and become brighter. He left his family and flew towards the sun. As he got closer, he felt the heat and the light of the sun. He felt happy and excited. He thought he was getting brighter and brighter, but he did not notice that he was also getting hotter and hotter. He did not notice that his body was starting to melt and burn. He did not notice that he was hurting himself. He finally reached the sun and touched its surface. He felt a surge of light and heat that overwhelmed him. He screamed in pain and regret. He realized too late that he had made a terrible mistake. He realized that he had been foolish and greedy. He realized that he had not listened to his mother's advice. He wished he could go back to his family and apologize to them. He wished he could go back to his normal life and be happy with who he was, but it was too late. He had destroyed himself by trying to shine brighter than anyone else. The moral of the story is, be happy with who you are and don't try to be someone else. Shining brighter is not always better. Sometimes it can cause trouble and harm. I hope you enjoyed this story. Good night. Crescent Moon.